This is CK. Actually, this is your friend CK. I'm gonna start doing these long format videos. Actually, we're gonna give it a shot. See how it goes. A couple of reasons why I personally love to consume this kind of content when I'm going to work, driving. I thought, hey, I'm driving every single day. I'm stuck in traffic for an hour, and there's a lot on my mind regarding Lego, regarding the channel, life. You know, I still want to focus on Lego, of course, but what is Lego? Lego for some of us is an asset class, the collectibles asset class, luxury toy. But it's an appreciating asset. It is. We do see it as an asset. Some of us just love to play with it. Lego falls in different categories. It's a hobby. It's an asset. A little bit of both. It's a culture. It's a community. It can be found on so many different platforms. It's art. Lego is a lot of things. And of course, from my perspective, I love to build. I also enjoy seeing exhibits. I'm one of those guys where I'll come and inspect your build and I'll be there for 15 minutes looking at the same thing. Okay. It's a little unusual, I guess, but I like it. And I want to know how things function. I have an engineering background. I love um, motion, mechanical engineering, power functions, how things work. It's fascinating to me. So when I see that in your build, and I have a build with some of those functions in it because I want to learn also, and then as I learn, I can try to build something. So today's topic, that was just an intro, just to kind of explain why I'm doing these videos this way. Um, yeah, today I'm just gonna address one component, and then we'll make multiple videos and we'll create content that way. Why did I stop Whatnot? It's pretty simple. I was doing Whatnot because okay, let's backtrack. I am an inspector, a highway construction inspector. And sometimes the company I work for has projects all over the state. I live in the state of Texas. And the project they had for me is about 3 hours away from my home. I didn't want to sell my house, and I wanted to fulfill my obligation with that remote work, which was in Fort Worth. So I purchased an travel trailer, which I stayed in, and then I thought, man, how am I going to continue selling Lego? I have a Bricklink store. I have a whole bunch of inventory for conventions. I have a whole bunch of CMFs. That's kind of what I'm known for at conventions. I like to have all the old ones and retired ones, just all sorts of goodies for people to find. So I thought, well, wait a minute. There is this platform which I was introduced to at Brick Rodeo. Brick Rodeo is uh, I guess it's one of the bigger or the biggest Lego convention in Texas. It's usually around the July 4th weekend, sometimes in Austin, sometimes in Houston. I think it alternates. So I met a Whatnot rep who introduced me to it and said, "Hey, you qualify to sell Whatnot." I didn't have a concern in the beginning though. I said, "Well, I mean, I would give it a try, but I don't have a huge following on social media. I figured that you'd need some following to get all these bidders on there." So I was a little bit hesitant, but I still went for it because my options are kind of limited from the trailer. So I started Whatnot, and we built it up to condense the story. I'll be transparent here. I was generating about 7 to 9K a month because I was doing it practically almost every day. And, I would just take that revenue and reinvest in more CMF boxes sealed. Keep reinvesting, keep reinvesting. And it was fun. But eventually, after doing that for a couple of months, I had an opportunity to work near my house. So, which meant I need to pack up my trailer, bring it back home, leave it at an RV storage. That's where it's at right now. Which it would lose money if I just did that. I'd have to pay the financing, the monthly financing, which is around 330. I'll be transparent. I want this transparency to be part of my channel as well. I want to kind of hang out with you guys and be a friend and just talk about different topics. And I know myself, I love to listen to people's stories. And I probably have, not even exaggerating, over 20,000 hours of watch time on YouTube. I love to hear about what people have to say, anything I can learn or ponder over, and see what other people. It's just fun. It's just fascinating for me to listen. So I'm kind of, I've digested all that material and this style of content, and I'm giving it a shot right now. So I brought the trailer back, and I'm leaving it there. So financing is around 330 per month, and then on top of that, there's the RV storage fee, which is $150. So I like to always round up. So let's just say $500, even if it's for something. So $500 is just sitting there. Why am I telling you this story? Well, there's a reason. So my RV is almost like a liability, and kind of like a money leech. If I keep it, I'm kind of wasting money. So I decided, wait a minute, I do want to keep it because I want to build memories with the family. I personally grew up tent camping. But believe me, this is going to come back around to Lego and whatnot. Okay, it's just a long form storytelling style. So I grew up camping. I'm from Montreal, and we used to drive down every single year to Wildwood, New Jersey, and that was our family tradition. And we would go tent camping, and then we'd enjoy the beach. And we've been tent camping all over the place, in that area, north, east, Vermont, and Montreal, Quebec, which is beautiful for camping. When you see the leaves change color, the bright yellows, the reds, this is something really enjoyable. We bonded over as family, and we have a lot of funny stories and memories. So I thought to myself, well, I want that with my kids, and I want to keep the trailer. However, it's leaching all this money. So how can I solve this problem? And then I thought, well, wait a minute. We've stayed at Airbnbs countless times. What can I, I want to look into the possibility of renting out the trailer. And that's what I did. I put it on the market. It's been rented out twice now. So at least I stopped the money leaching there. Okay. Why am I telling you this story? Because my father always told me, you can't do, actually, this is the expression. I don't know where they got this expression from, but he says, you can't juggle too many watermelons. I don't know who's juggling watermelons where. Not in the Middle East. I don't know where this expression's coming from. Juggling watermelons. I think I had too many watermelons. I had the Bricklink store. I was dealing in person, offline, at the comic book stores and other stores, which I have consignment, and also they buy from me. So then I mentioned Bricklink. Then I have conventions. I'm kind of spread thin here. And then I'm sourcing, and then I'm parting out sets. And then I'm cleaning the trailer every other week to get it ready for rental. So it's kind of rough. You can't and plus I had my full-time job, and I do overtime during the week. And if something breaks in the house, walls need to be painted, then I gotta juggle that. It's just too many things to juggle. So now that the RV thing, the trailer thing is taken care of, I I have the rentals coming in every now and then. That problem has been solved. Uh, Recently, Whatnot reached out to me, and they're like, "Hey, well, I'll give it a shot again." And I thought, wait a minute. I went through my messages. I also went through my YouTube comments, and I realized that within there's a community within my channel and my brand in a way, because on Whatnot I have about 3,000. At one point I was at 3,000 followers. Now I'm at 2.8. Uh, and I didn't think too much of it. I thought of it, yeah, it's followers. and buyers and people I really enjoy talking to. I really appreciate their business for, and I'm trying to sell at the best deals I can. And I want to bring good stuff and keep the show entertaining, and just bring good stuff to Whatnot as a vendor. But you start connecting with people and realizing, wait a minute, they did enjoy the videos, they did enjoy the shows. There's a personal friendship and a connection. So yeah, feeling that again with Whatnot now, I'm totally on board. So this is my story of how I quit. I took a break from Whatnot. It was a break. Just life happens. You can only do so much in life, and if you try to do too much, either something has to give. That's the expression. Something has to give. So I'm still doing Bricklink, and I'm doing Whatnot now, and I had to cut something out, which I don't talk about this too much, but I have this real build. I'm sure many of you have seen it on my YouTube channel. You see me building it, and I have the instructions for it. I sell it on my website, ckbrickcollection.com. It's this real bust with instructions and parts, and there are lights, these LED lights for the eyes that light up. Why did I even come up with that design? I'm a huge Street Fighter fan. Okay, Street Fighter 6 released in June of 2023, I believe. Yes, 2023, and I was super excited. And I'm a competitor. I'm a regional level competitor. If I'm going to be fair about my skill level, especially in Street Fighter 5, I'd say I was borderline national level. So I started investing a lot of time in competing again, and still doing conventions, still doing Bricklink, still doing Whatnot, doing all of these things, and then the game came out, and I got involved with my community there, with the fighting game community, going to tournaments, winning some tournaments, connecting with people. There's only so much you can do in life, and now I realized, wait a minute, if I'm going to do Whatnot again, I'm also going to be spending time with family, and that is priority. Really, it is. It is. As I'd say, as a man, you want to try to build something for your family and work on these endeavors, and but you got to make sure you make time for family. Can't neglect the wife. Can't neglect the kids. And sometimes these things happen. It just creeps up on you, and I make sure that doesn't happen to us. So, long story short, I decided recently I'm gonna take a break for a couple of months from gaming, and I'm gonna focus on Whatnot again and on YouTube channels. Look, I'm driving all the time. I'm not driving right now. I'm parked in front of the house. I'm actually testing out the camera, the mic, because I'm gonna start driving and talking. And yeah, I'm back, guys. I'm back, and right now I have an overstock. I'm gonna be transparent. I have an overstock of minifigures, and I was saving them for next convention. But what I'm gonna do is I'm kind of do borderline clearance. If you notice, if you're coming from Whatnot, I'm doing $3 starts, $6 for 2 blind bags. Some of these blind bags go for $12 to $15 each. You go on eBay or anywhere online. Yeah. So I'm really keeping the prices low. Part of my strategy with that is to get people talking about it and wanting to come back, because it's great deals. And I want people to come back. I want traffic. I want people to buy, and I want to sell at a great price. That's my objective right now, and we're gonna keep building the Whatnot, and I want to also continue building YouTube. I want to make content like this, especially if you guys enjoy it. I want to give my 2 cents. I don't have any problems talking. I wouldn't say I have the gift of gab, but I have no problems talking. I actually have a lot on my mind. Like I said, I've consumed 20,000 hours of YouTube. I have opinions on so many different topics in life, in the economy, what's happening with inflation. And I also, I'm going to end this on this. I also want to do this. So within the Lego YouTube community, there are a lot of YouTubers who cover investment, okay, top 10 sets for investment, so on and so forth. How did they perform? Do this, buy that. I want to kind of touch on things that are not spoken about too much, such as, how are you managing your money? Is it the time to invest? How much should you invest? uh, is it the right time to invest based on the inflation? Because I don't see too many people talking about the inflation at all. And the answer is not necessarily no, by the way. I want to make sure I'm not discouraging people, because I hear people talking about doom and gloom. This is gonna happen. Everything's gonna crash or whatever. I'm not gonna be that kind of channel. It is clickbaity for sure. That's why they do it. It's extremely clickbaity. But I think there's a lot of good around the corner. Historically, when there's an inflation, then there's a recession. Okay, even if you don't want to call it recession, yeah, these things happen. The economy goes up and down. They call it in the stock market a bullish or a bearish market. Bull goes up and the bear swipes down. So anyway, I'm gonna end it on that for today. Please give me your feedback. What do you think about this kind of content? And believe me, I've read every single comment. I went through every single one of my YouTube videos. At one point, I felt like I made so many, but now that I watch it again, I see all these comments, and it's pretty encouraging. It means a lot to me personally, actually. Yeah. So you comment something, give me your feedback on what you think of this kind of videos, and any topics you want me to talk about. I have no problem talking, as you could tell. So yeah, this is CK. This is CK, your friend, and I'll see you in the next one.